Alright, welcome everybody. This is Give Your Anxiety on the mic, bringing you guys another AoE3 video here. We got a really interesting one. Really excited for the series. We're in the GUA June 2020 sub-tournament, and this is a round of 8 here between Samwise and Kynesie. So this is going to be best of 5. Game 1's going to be played on New England, and we're going to get right into it. We're going to go ahead and spin the wheel for Samwise. Let's see what Samwise gets here in game number 1. Alright, Samwise getting the Sioux civilization. And let's go ahead and spin the wheel for Kynesie. Let's see what civ Kynesie gets here in game number 1. Kynesie getting the Sioux civilization. Alright.
Nice.
Yeah. And
yeah, I was kind of like, oof, like Sioux on New England is like really bad, I think, because like you can't wall up, you can't really play water, you can't really ship warships in the ponds. But if it's a mirror, then I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I feel like Kynesie was probably feeling pretty happy seeing that it was New England and that Samwise got, or well, he didn't know, but that Samwise would have got Sioux. But yeah, Kynesie unfortunately getting Sioux himself.
Well, then again, they can respin, right?
Yeah.
And if one player respins, then the other can't respin. So, like, Kynesie could respin and force Samwise into playing Sioux and just, play something else himself.
Yep, definitely. Yeah, this would be a pretty good opportunity to use that civ respin, like you're saying. I mean, I know it's only game 1, but yeah, like you could, like you said, forcing your opponent to play Sioux and yourself playing a different civ on New England could be really nice.
Yeah, so, but it does look like Kynesie is gonna pick Sioux. I don't recall ever seeing Kynesie play Sioux, and honestly, I feel like Sioux is like the least Kynesie-ish civ, like, I can't think of a civ that would be less suitable to Kynesie's playstyle than Sioux, because like it's really aggressive, you can't wall up. I don't see Kynesie playing Sioux, so it's gonna be interesting. Definitely not gonna be standard.
Okay, I actually just threw out the rules. Obviously, it's on all players to know like the rules of the tournament, but a lot of times, sometimes I'll throw out the rules anyways, just to remind players. And this is Kynesie's first sub tournament, and yeah, he's pulling out the respin. So yeah, he pulled out the level 100 Sioux, as you're saying. But okay, Kynesie gonna respin, so let's go ahead and respin it for Kynesie. Let's see what civ Kynesie gets here in game number 1. Kynesie's respin, he gets Portuguese!
Oh man, come on.
Oh, that is hilarious.
That's gonna feel bad for Samwise. That's gonna feel really bad. Like, probably, I don't know if it's the best civ on this map, but I think it's the best civ for Kynesie on this map, because like, he would, in tournament, he would play ports, for sure, here, so he's gotta be like really happy to get ports, and I don't know what Sioux does on New England against ports, honestly.
Yeah, that's amazing. This is like Kynesie's 100% ideal situation. He gets like one of his best maps, his best civilization, and his opponent gets maybe like one of the worst civs.
Yeah, it's
Yep, but here we go, guys. We're getting into game 1 here in this best of 5. We're in the round of 8. Tournament really heating up here. I think this is maybe this might be the last round of 8 series. Let me take a quick glance at the bracket. Yeah, this is the last round of 8 series. So we're getting pretty far in this tournament. I guess we'll mention real quick players that are still alive in this tournament. So we have Kynesie and Sam right here. We have and whoever wins this will then play versus Mido. And then on the other side of the bracket, we have Kajikline and Nushul still alive. So tournament's really heating up, and it's been a ton of fun casting these tournament series and just watching these players. And we got another awesome series here for you guys.
Yeah, just gonna quickly check the resources because this map can be a little bit tricky. Maybe Kynesie is sort of. I guess this is okay. This looks like a decent spawn.
Yeah, golds are good. Punts are maybe slightly
It's a
worse. Yeah.
little bit far away for Kynesie, maybe.
Yeah, I think it's good enough though, right? Like for New England,
Yeah, I
it's
think it's okay.
yeah. And if it starts moving a little bit, or they just hurt him.
Yeah, and he's probably just gonna wall everything up anyway, so
Yeah.
you know.
Yep.
Um, all right, so yeah, that was a wood start, and Kynesie is going for an early trading post, so he's gonna slow himself down, just chopping that 100 wood. You can see some other, like you could go 10-10 or just like not go for a TP, but Kynesie deciding to go for the greedier play here. So like the XP is going to be valuable for him, probably because he wants to ship these water cards, and having that extra XP can be really nice in that situation.
Mm.
And
Probably has like
Samwise,
maybe like a hockey issues. I'll keep moving on. Okay.
yeah, I know that bug. That's unfortunate. It's like the mouse keeps going in the bottom left corner of your screen or something, and you have to like, you can't fix it basically. So we may need to even rehost. I don't know. Like, I never was able to get rid of that bug, but looks like he's good to go.
Okay. All right. Hopefully everything's good to go, but we'll see here. Shortly, obviously. Samwise did pick up a villager treasure, so that's a really nice start for Samwise, and he's actually building a TP himself. But like you said, Kynesie already using that TP and getting an 80 food, so he's got both players off to like pretty good H1 here.
Yeah, Samwise getting the Vil is really nice though. He lost a lot of HP on his Explorer, but an extra Vil it's just so nice. But yeah, he did chop 100 wood as well for a trading post indeed, so that's also gonna slow Sioux down a little bit. But maybe he's gonna be able to eat some of these sheep. He's got 2 of them coming to his base now, so he could age up in time, maybe.
Yeah, let's see if he uses these sheep here. Oh, he actually has 2 just north of his town center.
Wait,
I'm not sure if he knows those.
how did Samwise just get 100 food? I think there was no guardians, right?
Oh, was it unprotected?
I mean, he just built his TP and instantly got 100 food, right? So like he didn't kill any guardians, and then he just says, "I deserve that one." Yeah. So I think just fucking New England, like it just so often spawns without guardians, and he just got 100 food like that.
Yeah, that's unfortunately just what New England threw to us. So
oh man.
It is what it is. Samwise picking up the 300 food. When we're just rolling with it.
Yeah, well, it's just a part of the map at this point. Basically, every time it spawns, there's some missing guardians. So, okay. So pretty good age 1 for Samwise.
Yeah.
He's got an extra Vil. He's aging up in time. No idle time, despite chopping for a trading post. Kynesie aging up a bit late, of course.
His Kynesie's Explorer is taking quite a bit of damage, but he does now, I guess, finally get away. But what do you think of Kynesie's age 1 shipment here? Pretty interesting. Economic theory.
Yeah, economic theory is kind of like not very good, but if you have an early trading post, it definitely makes sense because, well, obviously, it kind of feels bad to just ship nothing when you have an H1 TP. You're gonna stack like 2, almost 3 shipments when you're H2. So, instead it's just gonna go schooners and eco theory. And the thing is that eco theory actually works on fishing boats as well. So it's also gonna help his water boom. So it makes a lot of sense. And he's still gonna have pretty much a shipment ready, or almost, in H2.
Yeah, and we got the walls coming down. So we'll have to see if Samwise lets these walls, get fully built. But I mean, I'm not really sure. Oh, he does have a war hut here in the middle of the map, so it looks like he may try to claim like the TP line, which wouldn't be too bad of a strategy. Having 2 villagers build a forward war hut here, but these walls are getting down for Kynesie here, so it's gonna be hard to do damage Kynesie's eco. Ooh, and look at this, Kynesie putting the TC on the pond here.
Yeah, just setting up for controlling the pond already. But again, Sioux is not really gonna get many warships in that pond, right? So I guess it's not too bad for Samwise that this TC is there. Does he even have? Let's check his deck. He's got 3 privateers and 4 war canoes, so I guess he could ship something in the pond, but it's not really as good as like a frigate or something.
Yeah, until you look at Kniese's deck, he does not have a single military unit shipment in his deck. I guess aside from 2 heavy cannons and like the warships. But man, that
classic deck.
Yeah, that is an upgrade deck for you.
And also, meanwhile, Kynesie just stole a CDB treasure here on top. So he's just got a CDB stole it from Samwise, but that CDB is not able to go. So he needs to place a market down on these walls, and they will disappear, something like that. Like it's a bug, but he tried, but then he just gave up. 5 clubs out for Samwise here. Gonna burn down the trading post. So I think he's obviously gonna work on getting the control of the stagecoach.
Yeah, so I think Samwise's strategy, if I had to guess, I think Samwise is gonna try to there's 3 Trevor, which is very nice actually. I think he's gonna try to lock down the 4 TP stagecoach, and then I think he'll try to get up to H3 pretty quickly and do like siege dance and just siege dance down like any walls. And just go for a really big timing push.
Yeah, realistically, you can't really contest water in this matchup, I think. I mean, like, Kynesi's already got 2 docks on the island. He's probably even gonna send a TC maybe on the island or next to the shore. It's gonna be very tough for Sioux to deal with it. So I guess, he's gonna try to just first do something on land, like you said, with siege dance. And then maybe later he will try to contest water, but he kind of has to do something on land first. But this 3 Travois shipment is pretty good. You don't need to build the TPs yourself, so it's quite nice.
Yeah, definitely. Alright, clubs do break down 1 wall, and we do have a barracks being built for Kynesie here. He's on 3 docks, already a lot of fishing boats here. And Samwise shipping in 700 coin, and I think he's going to try to age now behind this. He's going to try to continue to put on some aggression with these clubs while now holding down the 4 TP stagecoach. And we'll have to see how annoying Samwise can be here with the clubs.
I was kind of expecting rendering plant. Usually Kynesie would go rendering plant here, but he decided to go for 2 caravels, which is... I don't know if they're really able to deal with that Wahat. So I don't really know that the caravels are gonna do a whole lot here. They can't really reach any trading posts. They can't really kill the Wahat, so they're just gonna sit there and be kind of useless.
Yeah, we do have a dock going up at the pond though to heal the war, to heal the caravels there. But yeah, that is an interesting shipment. I guess Kynesie felt like maybe he wanted to play it kind of safe and not die to like an all-in Sioux or like some timing push. So yeah, he decided not to go as greedy as like you may have expected and skip rendering plant.
Yeah, right. But now Sam is being quite smart and just dropping a second Wahat. So these caravels are definitely not going to be able to do a whole lot. So yeah, interesting. Pretty good for Sam, but he's on the timer. Kynesie is very far ahead in eco, even if you take into account the stagecoach, he's quite far ahead. So yeah, Sam has to do something. Is he aging so to fortress right now? Was it the wise woman? Yeah, that's a mistake, I think. He kind of needed the tempo, being really aggressive in early fortress, try to break down these walls and just push really hard, but he's aging with the bisons, which is just gonna slow him down, and yeah. Bit questionable.
Wow, we have a fishing boat made in the pond here. He actually tried to start fishing. There's a single fishing spot.
There's 2, yeah. There's actually 2 species in there somehow.
That's no, that's not 3rd. That's pretty funny to see. These 2 muskets just like pushing back this army, trying to take down the walls. It's kind of funny.
Yeah. So Samwise is gonna be finally up. But yeah, he could have already a shipment on the field and be pushing already if he edge fast. But instead he's gonna get the bisons in his base.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Maybe did he not scout his back hunt? These deer are now, really going on to the edge of the map. Or I don't know if that's. Yeah, it seems like a strange way to go. He actually snuck a dock and he's making a couple canoes though. Gonna pick off one fishing boat.
Just being annoying on water, although he has to be careful not to lose his canoes to the dock, which he kind of is. Yeah, rip canoe. But yeah, just being annoying with the couple canoes. Maybe force your opponent to make a caravel, which is more expensive. Can be nice, but they just died, so it's not ideal for Samwise there. A few pikes being trained by kynesie, trying to take down the TPs, but they're not gonna do so much. Caravel gonna come to support though.
Yeah, so it looks like Samwise is not going for the timing push that we thought. He's actually stretching the game out. Yeah, he's shipping 1,000 wood. He's making a second town center, and he's in for the long run apparently.
He may be going industrial. Yeah. That's interesting. I feel like he had a window though. I mean, kynesie is up only now, so imagine if Samwise was up like 2 or 3 minutes ago, or I don't know if he fast aged, and he could have maybe just gotten a TC down, maybe denied that TC wagon and something like that. It could have been already a lot of trouble for kynesie actually if he was just more aggressive. But honestly, people tend to respect kynesie's playstyle a bit too much. They already afraid to be aggressive. They feel like they can't break the walls, and they just play really greedy themselves. And I'm afraid playing really greedy as Sioux is not gonna beat the Portuguese water boom here. But
yeah, what do you think of Samwise's shipment? He shipped adoption. So
yeah, he's going for the 99 vills basically. So I don't know. I mean, even just the simple fact that kynesie will get Bastion soon, for sure, and Sioux does not have walls in the late game. When I know that, I already don't want to go late game. Like on this map, how do you win without walls in late game? And without monitors or something. I don't know about that plan from Samwise.
Yeah, I agree with you. It seems like it's gonna get in a situation where Samwise might have 99 villagers, but kynesie will have 115, and there'll just be layers of walls, and just extremely late game.
Yeah, and he's just gonna get lamed by monitors here basically, so he's gonna lose his base to monitors eventually. The TPs in the middle, which are nice, but they're gonna go down as well, and then Ports is just gonna spam 18 range goons, and it's just not what Sioux wants. But there's still some time before that. But kynesie is already heading to industrial, so Samwise really kind of missed his window there. And if you look at the scores, it's already not looking very good for Sioux. Rifle Riders gonna come in. They are really strong against warships, but they don't have a lot of range. One carrier gonna go down. But yeah, it's.
Yeah, he's actually getting some pretty good trades. If he can get this free, that would be pretty big, but it's pretty low. Oh, look at this canoes actually being shipped. So he's gonna clear out this pond, but
then there's T.
Yeah, I don't know about. I mean, he's gonna clear out the pond, but I don't know about the shipment there. Definitely.
Yeah. It's just kind of all in. I mean, he's really banking on taking control of this spawn, but I feel like the TC is just gonna snipe down all these canoes, and then he's gonna be able to push. But Samwise, kynesie will be up. He's got a foundry, so he's gonna just wall up and get some organ guns behind the wall or something, and then it's gonna be really tough for Sioux. He's got a lot of rifle riders, so I guess he could kill the artillery if he gets in range. The tower going up too, so kynesie, actually he didn't get Bastion, but oh no, he doesn't have the card. I was expecting maybe advanced fortifications, because of that tower, but looks like he's not going for it. It's just dropping a tower.
Yeah. So yeah, kynesie will be up here in a little bit. This is a pretty scary push from Samwise here. Cav combat coming in for Samwise. So we'll have to see what kynesie can do here. And the Eagles are actually Sam's actually ahead of Nico. Ooh, Oregon's popping, unfortunately. Getting hit it quite hard. And yeah, the outpost got upgraded.
Yeah, he upgraded that.
You said, but he doesn't have the card that usually, the fortification card that goes along with it. So that's a little bit strange. Maybe he thinks he does, or.
Well, if he thought he had the card, he wouldn't upgrade that tower.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So I think he knows about it, but decided to anyway upgrade his towers, which is maybe not so good. But yeah, I mean, when you look at the game right now, it feels like Samwise is actually doing okay, right? He's ahead in eco with Stagecoach. Also, he's got plus 20% gathering on food, so he's basically got steel traps because of that Bison age up. He's doing okay, but I'm just afraid about how he's gonna scale compared to ports. And also, of course, ports is industrial, which is something, you know. And when he gets factories, probably gonna even put them on the island. It's like he's got 2 towers on that island already, so you can just ship the factories there, and then it's gonna be pretty a whole lot more eco for ports.
Yeah, I mean, I'm impressed by Samwise. This is not what I would have thought or, would have recommended for a Sioux player to do, but, it's working out pretty well for him. But, right, at the same time, in the long run, I don't know if it will work out. And, yeah, like you said, factory shipped to the island.
Yeah, that was such a kynesie thing to do.
Oh, 5 villagers killed on hunt here, or about 5. From the Frig, Samwise village or something there along the shoreline.
Yeah, rape. And meanwhile, that frigate in the middle pond just shooting at the Wakinas, and yeah, Sam is ahead in eco, but now that factory goes up, and it's back to roughly even. Well, that TC is kind of nice. I mean, he's just securing a coin mine and a hunt on top of the Portuguese space. So he's got basically complete map control, but he doesn't have any water control. And I think we will see monitors soon. And yeah, there's a monitor in queue for kynesie. That's what I was expecting. So he's gonna pop a monitor probably here. Oh, yeah, there you go.
Oh wow, he killed 2 war huts with that. Huh. With the one, Jesus Christ.
And this is when it gets really not fun for Sioux, like, to play. I don't know what you do against this. Oh, the Rifle Rider is getting good shots at the frigate, but still the frigate has a lot of HP, so it's not gonna die that easily. And these walls are just making it so hard for Samwise to get a good trade. Rifle Riders going down really quickly to the skirms, and the frigate shooting away.
Yeah, kynesie even snuck a villager and walled off the little choke point there. And now rebuilding a dock.
I'm not sure what the dock does actually, but yeah. So now he's got a monitor in the pond. Probably gonna get a monitor on the water as well, or even maybe gonna get control of this pond, because that's when it starts to really be tough for Sioux. If ports can get the control of this pond and have a monitor in there, yeah, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, definitely. We'll have to see what Samwise can do to try to prevent that. We got 104 villagers to 113 recalculate eco.
And we have 12 Tashunke Prowlers in queue for Samwise.
Interesting. Trying
He's gonna try to cheese somehow.
Yeah. Rifle Riders trying to get this Frig down, but have to force it back off there. There's a couple of Rifle Riders just die in the process.
Yeah, it's just not the point where you want to get. And kind of what we expected. Samwise did well, but he's still in the game. He's not even losing yet. But it's gonna take a lot of. Wait, what is this? Oh, he shipped the His war chief now upgrades the attack of his units.
We do have a fire pit down. There's a lot of villagers on the fire pit. Sheeps were now killed, so I think it's gonna be go time here pretty soon for Samwise. He's got a lot of res stacked though.
Yeah, he should maybe max to 200 pop before he calls the big button.
Yeah.
Wait, how does... Oh, that... I didn't know there could be a Cherokee on this map. I thought it was always the Huron, you know? But, okay, so Samwise got the vills from the Cherokee as well. So he's got 5 settlers. 4 from the Cherokee and 1 from the treasure. So he's got an extra 5 vills on top of his 99.
Yeah, it's quite nice. And TP's now 2-2 here. But kynesie is really setting up his base here. He has both of the factories on the island here. And... yeah, I mean, he's got a church built now, dropping down another barracks. That's the stealth.
Yeah.
Oh, God, look at the march.
There's actually even a glitch, like, maybe it was fixed on EP, where you can, like, switch them between trample mode and stealth mode or something, and then they go in full speed in stealth mode, so then it's really abusable. But they just look really kind of ridiculous right now. But you know, I feel like kynesie doesn't have a gap anywhere. Well, he might lose these 6 vills on wood there, but I don't think they're gonna do much more than that. Like Samwise would love to get in the eco here, but
yeah, that would be big. But yeah, the walls are up, making it difficult for Sam. So let's see. Samwise is gonna go for the kill here.
And Bastion is on the way as well, so he can't wait too much. Yeah, he's gonna kill 5 vills, maybe 6 vills. Yeah. So it's a nice raid, but you know, and coming in as well. But these warships are so obnoxious. Like, don't know. He can't go near the pond basically.
Alright.
But did you see that body talk completely missed?
Oh no, did it really?
Wait, but the frigate is also still shooting at that dock soldier here. What the? 50 range frigate, nice bug. And Bastion, oh man.
Yeah, walls are now upgraded. There's a big button for dog soldiers, but how does Samwise get through the walls here? As the goons are now finding the those stealth cav units.
Well, these castadors are not being pulled. Okay, now they're gonna be pulled back, but yeah, there's just another layer of walls, and then organ guns, and oh well, actually these castadors are maybe toast. They're getting trapped here.
Yeah, there's a couple dog soldiers on both sides here, but multiple ships still doing a lot of work here, and 2 towers. And yeah, the Sioux army just getting kind of whittled down here.
Yeah. But Sioux is still stacking so many resources. You can remass a lot of units.
Yeah, definitely. But that looks like it just went really well for kynesie.
Yeah.
We do have... wow, this is like 4 stables coming down here for Samwise. He's got so much res, but...
I wonder if he could sneak a push on water, like a couple docks here, and try to build a push, you know? If he can guess that there's the factories on the island, and he actually, like, imagine just land all your cav on that island here, just ferry them, and then just get the factories down, it could be quite nice.
Yeah, definitely, that would be big. Samwise is going to struggle to, you know, damage kynesie's eco here with all of these walls here. Look at this. 4 mills, right? 5 mills right next to each other.
Yeah, and that's when it's, you know, you would like to have mortars, but you're Sioux and you don't have any siege units, so if you had mortars, you could maybe, instead of having so many useless cav units that couldn't connect, you could have got like 4 mortars and maybe got the walls down, but not with Sioux. Jeanette's going in, and yeah. These Wakinas also don't have a single upgrade on them, while the Castadors, they have the infantry combat.
Oh, a sensor of power has been shipped. War Chief enables stealth action. Alright.
Oh man.
Seen some interesting stuff here today.
I don't know what he intends to do with that, but
maybe try to put him on top of like the heavy cannons or something. But
yeah, I think regardless, it's not gonna. Yeah, he's just gonna quit.
Sam tapping out. So game 1 going to kynesie. kynesie getting his absolute dream civ and map here matchup from game 1. He did have to use a respin though, so kynesie does not have any respins available while Sam does.
Yeah.
So that is big, but yeah, kynesie getting New England and Portuguese on New England versus Samwise12. That's kynesie's dream right there.
Yeah. I would have really liked to see how the game would have gone if Samwise would have been aggressive in early fall rest. I really feel like he had a window, especially because kynesie sent the caravels, and then after 2 caravels, by the way, in H2 he sent improved warships. So like kynesie already committed to warships with 2 shipments, and Samwise could have been up and just completely like ignore the warships and just go straight for the kill, and it could have been interesting to watch. I wonder if Samwise could have won it like that. But yeah, the way Samwise played seemed a little bit masochist to me, not gonna lie. Just going late game against Force on this map, you know.
Yeah, definitely a little bit questionable, but yeah, it would have been interesting to see if that H3 time push worked, but we didn't get a chance to see it, so we are gonna basically be getting into game 2 here in a little bit. Alright guys, we're going to get into game 2 here. Game 2 going to be played on Bonnie Springs. We're going to go ahead and spin the wheel for Samwise. Let's see what civ Samwise gets here in game number 2. Samwise getting the German civilization. And let's go ahead and spin the wheel for kynesie. Let's see what civ kynesie gets here in game number 2. kynesie with no respins left. kynesie getting the China civilization. Yeah, this is can be a quite controversial map here.
Yeah, I think Ricky Tipu, the map maker, wanted to fix it, but maybe it still does sometimes spawn wrong. But I think it should be more consistent than it used to be, at least. So hopefully we don't have to rehost like 5 times until we get a good spawn. This is looking better, I think. They both have 2 hunts.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, looks pretty good.
The coin mines are also sort of even. This one is a little bit more forward, maybe for some ways, but not that much. Well, he's kind of I think it's okay.
Yeah. Yep, about as good as it's gonna get. It's kind of interesting. We got like the 2 maps, probably like the 2 most difficult maps for like balanced resources. You know, like New England, and then this map can have some tricky spawns.
Yeah, for sure.
But we're seeing Samwise. Looks like it was not a wood start. We're seeing Samwise drop down a market and go for that hunting dogs.
It was a coin start, which is quite nice for Germany here. Because yeah, the wood start is nice for Germany, but it's just equally nice for China. While the coin start is just kind of useless for China, but Germany can get a market, so he's gonna be pretty pleased with that. Also, Samwise did get 20 and 30 coins, so got a bit of an easier time getting hunting dogs. Got it at 1 minute in the game, which is quite fast, so pretty good start for Samwise already.
I feel like the walls, I mean, okay, maybe I'm not. I think I'm probably looking into this too much, but I feel like, or maybe they did change it at one point, like the walls aren't as close to your town center. Or is it just me? I feel like I remember...
I think it's just you.
Really?
I mean, it was changed a long time ago, but like in the past couple of years, it has been like this.
Okay.
I think. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I feel like maybe I remember some like old school, like a while back, like the walls being really close to TC at one point, or like certain spawns.
Possibly, yeah. I don't quite remember, but this does look like the map I know. Although, yeah, we haven't seen it too much recently, so I can see why you're a bit confused about the map. We haven't seen it in a couple years, maybe.
Yeah.
So kynesie just picking up all the treasures in the middle of the map. Quite easy as China. And there's still an 80 food there on the left. And 100 food as well on the left of the map. And the 60 food, wow. And the 60 wood. So there's like 4 nice treasures on the left side, and none of them have scouted any of these treasures. That's like all the treasures of the map are here, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of treasures here. We do see kynesie moving in with his disciple and his monk, Samwise. He still has to build a trading post, so you don't want to take too much damage with your German explorer if you haven't been able to do an Age 1 TP. So it's going to probably make it easier for kynesie to get some of these treasures.
Yeah, then again, he also will need to take a TP, probably. I mean, he will not. He doesn't need to keep as much HP. That's true, because China, the monk, is just stronger. So you don't need to be as careful with your HP. But he will need to idle his monk to build a TP at some point. But Samwise was waiting. He was waiting for kynesie to take that treasure. But then, just when he was walking away, kynesie starting it, and I think he will be too late. kynesie will
It's
get
maybe
it.
a little bit close, actually. Yeah, just a little bit too late. Yeah, he was keeping a good eye on it, but yeah, wandered off just slightly too far.
Yeah, but then again, he will drop his TP now, and he should have a free reign over all the other treasures of the area. There's 3 more treasures around here, and kynesie is just pulling back and going to be able to TP here. So he's going to be very far away from the other treasures, so should be nice for Samwise.
Yeah, that could be really nice. Yeah, he's going on the opposite side of the map to build TP, and yeah, Samwise is going to have 100 food, 60 food, and 60 wood to potentially get.
Yeah, quite nice. Could even use 2 Olans later, like if you try to raid and then they call Minutemen and you have to pull your Olans back and you just come and take the treasures or something. Also nice because he's gonna stick in that part of the map where there's a second TP, so even if he wants to go for a stagecoach, which he may want in this matchup, he can just easily build the second TP in stagecoach because he's got his explorer right next, so it's quite nice for him. But Germany is up, China is also up. China up quite early, but with only 1 village in Age 1. No TP, no second village, just a 2 villager shipment, while Germany, of course, shipping the 4 villager shipment.
Yeah,
so not the greatest start maybe for China.
Yeah, an interesting thing to point out, kynesie with no market either. So I think he's gonna go for basically like the naked FF, well, like, no market since it was that gold start, and made it harder for him to get the TP up. He's now 700 coin. Oh no, this is food on the floor there. But yeah, would you expect him to drop a market maybe with like the 700 wood that arrives?
Yeah, probably. I think he's just making up for the coin start by he's chopping a TP while aging, chopping for a TP. I mean, and he's still gonna age up in time because he had gold in Age 1, a coin crate, and some gold treasures. So he's gonna still have a pretty fast FF. This is not bad. It's not as good as a wood start China, of course, but you age quite fast, and you still have a TP even though you get it a little bit later. So it's not too bad for China. He's gonna drop his wonder now, before Germany can even pressure anything. So he's gonna be up quite fast.
Yeah, we do have a lot of Ulans moving on here, moving on in. kynesie doesn't have enough rest for Minutemen. Oh, it's impossible for Samwise to know, but obviously if he would have just went all in on the vills, he could have done quite a bit of damage as kynesie didn't have the resources for the Minutemen, but will now, or no, he's still gathering, but he will very soon have the resources. So delaying him, doing a good job controlling there, not losing any villagers. And
yeah, that was looking scary actually, but he didn't lose any vill, and I think now he canceled the vill, and now he's calling Minutemen. So a bit painful having to cancel 1 vill, but Samwise not reacting quite as fast as he could have, and gonna take a lot of hits. So looking quite good for kynesie so far, right? He also did a good job of setting directly 4 vills back on the wonder, just making sure he can age in time, not over panicking to the Ulan pressure. And so looking quite good for kynesie here. But meanwhile, Germany is adding a second TP. He's got 700 wood. He's gonna get stagecoach. by no means in a bad position.
Yeah, I mean, so I got a question. What are your thoughts about kynesie putting 4 villagers on the Wonder? I know, like, he doesn't have a shipment available yet, so it probably makes sense not to put more villagers on the Wonder, but do you think he should put more villagers on the Wonder, or do you think that makes sense?
8 is just basically always superior when you go for the port lane tower. You don't lose any resources from doing it, and you're just up earlier. Even if you don't have a shipment, you're up earlier, so it can't be bad. But I think it's just that, you know, he was being raided, and then he just quickly tasked 4 vills back to the Wonder, and then maybe just forgot about it, you know? So yeah, not ideal, not having 8 vills, but still doing a good job of pulling the vills, at least, instead of having no vill on the Wonder for a while. So he's up a little bit later because he got idled, but still a decent age up time for China. And he's got the shipment. Germany does have Stagecoach now, but he's a little bit mismacroed. He's gonna have too much gold. Gonna age a little bit late as a result. He did buy some food just now, but that's not really what you want to do.
Yeah, slight mismacro. Let's see if this TP can go down, but kynesie moving on in to try to save this trading post. And see if Samwise gets caught here. He's just gonna fight this, but I don't know. I mean, intervention now coming.
I think fighting before a shipment was a good idea, but now he needs to stop because the redcoats are so strong. What is he doing?
Yeah, hanging out a little bit too long.
And now he can't even get the TP down, which is the most annoying thing at this point. Like, it just he could have just got the TP down so easily, but yeah.
He's
and
trying
now he's gonna
to sneak
split,
it.
but gonna get caught. That is not good for Samwise.
Yeah.
And all these Ulans, you know, you gotta keep in mind that they would be upgraded to veteran. Like, he had what, 10 of them? You know, so when you upgrade them to veteran, you get a lot of value out of the upgrade. But now that he wasted most of them, well, it's not gonna be as good. And every single Ulan has died, which is kind of I don't know how that could happen, but yeah, kind of a disaster for Germany at this point.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. Definitely didn't go Samwise's way there. He didn't kill the TP, and yeah, he lost 16 Ulans. Meanwhile, kynesie losing 2 pikes, a crossbowman, 4 disciples, and Minutemen. So, pretty good trade there for kynesie.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
Of course, we have to keep in mind there's some idle time, so we didn't lose 3, but more Ulans.
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh man, this is gonna be so bad for Samwise. I mean, he's so far behind in military. Usually at this point in the game, as Germany, you have more units and you have more score. And he's just behind in mass and behind in score, and that can't be good for Germany. And now he's gonna lose his Stagecoach TP. Basically, the only advantage he had over kynesie was the eco at this point. He just had 2 TP Stagecoach, and now he's just gonna lose it. That's a nice job of pulling his explorer, trying to get this down, but not even gonna be successful, unfortunately. It was a good trick, but
yeah, definitely
on top of it, so.
And Ulan's trying to move in, get some raids here. Upgrade just now coming in. Do have a lot of Ulans here. They were going to actually catch the meteor hammers. Skirmishers moving on. Oh no, yeah, the giant build raid.
This has to be GG, right? Like, you can't win from here as Germany. There's no way.
No.
He's gonna try to counter push, but he's just losing his entire eco. And well, he escaped some vills, but.
Yeah, that is bad. That is rough. And Chained Out Swordsman coming in, you know, at right time here. Actually backing up with them now that the skirms are there. Yeah, oof, not going Samwise's way.
Yeah, we know Samwise can do much better than that. Even though he's not at his peak anymore, well, we've seen him play much better than that. But he's just not on top of his game today, looks like. And now this doesn't look good. I mean, there's gonna be something popping soon, and he's gonna lose his entire army for sure. Like, it can't go any other way. Like, you can't siege 2 villages down with that little army. It can't work, right?
Yeah, I think kynesi's doing a really good job of like going on to the gold mines. Like, he immediately went on to the next one, and you know that, you know, the gold mines are pretty far. So if you push here, big fight though, big fight here. Ulan's trying to connect.
But Samwise not microing his Ulans. Okay, now he's putting them back. You know, I appreciate that. You know, Samwise knew he had to fight now or never.
Oh.
He can't. But he's kind of sieging and they're getting caught.
Yes,
man.
sieging the old baker there, unfortunately.
And I feel like he had a shot at cleaning this up actually, and it was really good by Samwise to try to fight now because it was definitely not gonna get any better from here. But all things considered, I mean, he got a pretty good trade, right? Like he popped 5 skirms, he killed a lot of anti-cav, and when you look at the 8 Ulan shipment, Germany's barely ahead in military, so he still has a shot at being a little bit aggressive here, but he's just so far behind in eco, and he needs to win soon, or do a lot of damage at least. And yeah, he doesn't feel confident pushing that village without any anti-cav, so I don't know what Samwise can do from here.
Yeah, and Kynesi's actually moving out himself here. Samwise gonna need a really good trade here. See, Ulan's moving in, approaching, but Chained Out Swordsmen are there. Meteor Hammer's getting a little bit out of position. Chained Out Swordsman pushing the Ulans back here.
And some Ulans on the wrong side of the wall, just bugging out, and this is not a good position for Samwise. He's gonna. I don't know, like he can't fight well with his Ulans because of the wall, so he's just gonna set move, but this is not enough for Germany, and I think this is GG.
Yeah, not enough. Looks like Knesi's going to be cleaning this up, and Kynesie looks to be like he may be taking a very quickly 2-0 lead in this best of 5. Samwise trying to get his last shots in, but
yeah, and that's pretty surprising because like Kynesie, you know, we don't know him play and didn't really expect it to go like that. Then again, Samwise did a very good job at deleting 1 billion units, so that's also probably why. I mean, he lost so many Ulans in H2, and yeah, just couldn't really come back from there. And this is gonna be the nail in the coffin here. I mean, all these vills actually not gonna be spotted. Never mind.
yeah, it's such an annoying thing. Like, you know, Samwise doing like a good counter right here, but then of course there's just villages that villagers can just pop into, and it's like, oh, I can't raid the civ anymore.
You just can't really raid China, unfortunately. So it's really hard to outplay them sometimes because you can't come back by raiding because it just doesn't work.
Yeah, so Kynesie taking a very quick 2-0 lead in this best of 5. It's getting a bit scary for Samwise here. Take a quick look at post-game stats here. Yeah, like you said, I think the major turning point was Samwise losing a lot of Ulans in H2. What he lost, what, 16 Ulans? Yeah, it's just
10
too much.
10 Ulans there. I mean, when he wasted them, he really lost 10 of them. He had 20 pop and he went down to 0 and killed like a couple Minutemen. So it was really not good. And even before that, he did waste some Ulans to the Pike Minutemen. The first pop, you know, he didn't react so fast and just lost so many Ulans and was just so far behind after that. And then also lost on that coin mine 9 vills apparently to that push from Kynesie. So
Yes, old GG raid right there. Yeah, not Samwise's best game, but Kynesie with a 2-0 lead, looking good, looking strong here. Yeah, definitely. All right, so we're gonna get into game 3 here. Game 3 is gonna be played on Lumaco. Let's go ahead and spin the wheel for Samwise. Let's see what civ Samwise gets here in game number 3. Alright, Samwise getting the China civilization. And let's spin the wheel for Kynesie. Drum roll, everybody. Kynesie with no civ respins available. Let's see what civ Kynesie gets here in game number 3. Kynesie getting China. What? All these mirrors. This wheel is acting strange today. I mean, I guess Samwise will be feeling pretty good going into this. Like, it's weird, you know, kind of getting a mirror when he has a civ respin available and Kynesie doesn't. Kynesie kind of got lucky in that aspect. But at the same time, like Samwise, I think he's very kind of familiar with this matchup. I remember like back in the old school days, there was like him and H2O used to do this mirror quite a bit back when like China was a top civ, like years ago. So I feel like he's probably got a lot of like old school knowledge about this mirror, and I think he kind of feels quite confident about like his overall mechanics and abilities over kynesie. So I think Sam will be feeling pretty good about this going into game 3 here.
Yeah, definitely not the civ he's played the most recently, but like you said, he should have enough experience. For sure, more experience than kynesie in this matchup. Although we did see that kynesie was able to play China quite well previous game, so not to be underestimated. But yeah, I do think Samwise should be confident in this matchup. We do see a couple crates on that island. This has been added recently. Shouldn't really come into play in this matchup though.
Yeah, so here we go. Game 3 in this best of 5. This is a best of 5 only, and kynesi's up 2-0 versus Big Bad Samwise. So, yeah, Samwise is going to have to get this reverse sweep or win this game just to keep the series going. We got China Mirror on Lumaco. And see what these players are going for. Kynesie going for that trading post right away, and Samwise looks like he's going for the middle one.
Wow, and it was a 400 wood start, which means that they can just get a trading post and a village without chopping anything. So it should be a pretty fast FF here. Both of them just scouting instantly that villager treasure in the middle of the map, which could be a point of contention. But I don't expect any of them should be able to retake it. What else can we say? Samwise will get the XP a little bit before kynesie, but it is not too impactful usually. And kynesie is getting a nice 135 XP meanwhile.
Yeah, that was a pretty big treasure to get. Meanwhile, Samwise just gonna grab a 40 food here. See anything else? And nothing too good around him. There's that 50 food closer to back to being at home. So yeah, getting that 135 XP, very nice. And yeah, that villager treasure. I expect both players to probably hang around pretty close to that treasure. We are seeing Samwise now starting to drift away quite a bit from that treasure. And kynesie's going for the tomahawk.
I think they just don't expect each other to take it. So like Samwise feels comfortable going away because China can't micro, they can't hit and run the bears, right? So kynesie would need to really commit to take that treasure, and he would probably just die or get really low HP, and I don't think he would take that risk. So Samwise just being like, yeah, it's fine, he's not gonna go for it. I'm just gonna get that food, probably gonna get that XP now and the 45 food in his base. But now kynesie does have a tomahawk, which could help him contest that villager treasure.
Yep, Samwise just going to be happy picking up these small treasures, as you said. And kynesie moving out, looking for the explorers. He does have tomahawk, so now got the little bit of that military advantage here. And so I guess what do you think we're going to see in this matchup? Obviously, both players are probably going to go like straight up to fast fortress, probably naked FFs. But there's definitely an option to do a fast industrial for one player to like defend and just go industrial. Do you think we'll see somebody try to go industrial, or do you think we'll see like death ball, fast fortress pushes?
I think.
Well, here we go. Kynesie.
Never mind what I think, because he's going for East India Man. So maybe he's gonna get the crates on the island then as well. A nice little boost, 100 wood, 100 gold there. So yeah, he's sending a veil. He doesn't need a veil, right? He doesn't need to build a dock. He's got the rickshaw, but he will ferry the veil onto the island with fishing boat and gather the crates. But that's still a lot of walking time for that veil, so it's not like it's extremely broken or anything. He's just gonna get crates, but it's gonna cost a lot of resources as well. So yeah, I don't know. This is pretty greedy by kynesie, but Samwise is up quite a bit earlier already because of all the food treasure he's got. So if he was to go aggressive in fortress, and kynesie is also water booming, it could be a little bit tricky maybe for him to hold.
Yeah. So we'll have to sorry. I was reading chat. So we did have Mito downloaded Vikings there. Appreciate it, man. We got another Viking to the list, 8. And looks like we're having a treasure contention now.
Yeah, or not. Oh, yes. Okay, he's reacting now. And that stunned bear is so far away.
Oh, Sam, come on. Sam seems to be sleeping today.
Yeah, not the best day for Samwise here. Just donating a veal here. Not too good. He may kill the monk. Probably not. Anyway. What can we see? We see Samwise has 200 wood. Oh man!
Ooh.
Oh, that veal barely able to.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, he's lost the veal too, like because that veal would be trapped. But okay, he's gonna be able to pull it back. But Samwise, he's gonna go for a second TP. Okay, that's where he chopped some wood. And just macroing for the age up meanwhile.
Yep, and just like you said, kynesie did put a villager on this island, so picking up a free 100 coin, 100 wood, definitely nice. And yeah, so it looks like Samwise is going to be on the timer. He's going to have 2 TPs, which is really nice, which can like boost that death ball push quite a bit. But obviously, kynesie is going to be the one with the better eco as he's making a couple of fishing boats here. I'm sure he's not going to make too many. He doesn't want to overkill, overcommit to it. Still wants to get up to H3, but yeah, kynesie's gonna have the eco lead in this game, so it's gonna kind of be on Samwise to do something. Unless, if you never know, I mean, I suppose Samwise could go like greedy in H3 and ship 1,000 coin like FI, or like ship 1,000 wood and go for a TC or something. But I'm assuming we'll have to see if Samwise identifies that though. He probably hasn't, and I don't think he's really going to identify that dock.
Well, if he checks kynesie's deck, he might guess it, because it's a quite greedy deck with a few water cards.
Oh yeah, it is,
there's like 5 water cards in this deck, so he might guess it. And if he does guess it, he can get map control because he knows he's gonna be faster. He can get stagecoach maybe if he can burn down the last trading post. And I mean, if you get stagecoach, you're definitely not behind in eco at this point. So, we'll have to see what Samwise can do, but strangely enough, he's actually aging after kynesie. I guess chopping 200 wood for the TP was maybe a mistake for Samwise. It just slowed him down so much that he's aging after kynesie.
Yeah, I do like the forward village though from Samwise, just getting map control and the ability to ship units here. And wow, 7 step riders. What do you think of that? I mean, he's going to be able to put some aggression on with it, I suppose, but with 2 TPs, it's not as costly, I suppose, since he has 2 trading posts, but it does feel a little strange. Yeah,
I'm not sure they're going to be able to do all that much. I mean, kynesie can just call Minutemen, so...
kynesie actually going up with a Skirm Wonder. That's surprising.
Samwise himself doesn't know what to do with his step riders. So he's probably regretting already sending that card because he's like running around and didn't know what to do with them. He will get the TP line control, so he can stagecoach.
It does allow him to get this TP line, so I think he was kind of more so protecting his pikes here, and he didn't want to fully commit. He was looking to see if there's a far out village, and I guess he's just happy grabbing this TP, which actually will be quite nice if he's gonna have 3 TP stagecoach and kynesie. He aged up with a Skirm Wonder, so.
Yeah.
That's it. Kind of really evens out the ecos, Now all of a sudden, Samwise kind of has better eco.
If he can control, but what kynesie is pushing out without any anti-carry, even though he saw the 7 step riders, so these step might just pay off.
Yeah, kynesie leaving these walls.
They're pretty bad, but they still kill infantry. But something's gonna pop soon. But this is kind of like buying time for Samwise to secure the stagecoach. What? 4 iron flays? What is this madness? This card is so bad. Why would you ship that? But I mean, and now 5 meter hammers, which is like so much better. Looking quite good for Sam here.
Yeah, kynesie making a gate here, trying to escape here. But yeah, Samwise pushing in with a good amount of units here, and the ecos are dead even. Batch of cavalry train there from kynesie.
Yeah, it's like the eco is even, but kynesie does get a crow from his wonder from time to time. But Samwise also has 2 TPs, so I think at the end of the day, especially if you take into account the fact that fishing boats don't gather as fast as vills, I think it's fair to say that Samwise is ahead in eco.
Yeah, sorry, sorry to kind of cut you off, but it looked like kynesie just trained a batch of the Cheng Nu, the crossbowmen and cavalry, the H2
Oh, did
batch. Yeah.
Was it not from the Wonder? Because Samwise also just got a badge from the Summer Palace, so...
Maybe. It looked like it came from the barracks, but the barracks is right next to the Wonder. Perhaps it was. But it looked like it came out of the barracks, but maybe I kind of missaw it.
Well, either way, it's... well, it kind of feels worse just training it, because you're like, why did I train this badge, you know?
Right.
But I guess he just forgot about his Wonder, because it's the default army you get, Chukanus and Step. But yeah, not ideal. But then again, I think Samwise got a batch of Chukanu Pike from his Wonder, so it's not ideal either. But you know, Samwise looking to be quite ahead. He even identified the docks, so he's gonna shut down that water boom. China will not get more boats, and also, why would you build a village there? I mean, kind of like villages, like we pointed out in the previous game, are really nice. Like you could have one maybe try to drop one here to secure some resources, but that village just doesn't secure anything on the island, so a bit confused. But yeah, still no stagecoach for Samwise though.
Yeah, maybe just like a force of habit for kynesie. He sees an island, he's like, oh, I gotta build something on it.
Yeah, possibly.
We see more walls coming down here for kynesie as he's trying to push out and onto the barracks and consulate here of Sam. Sam. Sam is mixing in some market upgrades here as kynesie's still on no market. Pushing kynesie back here. Militaries are pretty even. Looks like Sam ahead just by a couple units here. Basically dead even right now. Oh, and actually kynesie kind of walled himself off here a little bit. But he's gonna be okay though.
Yeah, these walls don't feel super useful. I mean, it's a mirror, right? But I think he's walling up because he thinks he's ahead in eco. He's like, okay, I've got the water, I can just wall up and buy time. But in fact, if you look at the resources, he's gonna run out of food right now in his base, and then he needs to control the next hunt. So I don't know what this wall does in a mirror anyway, but. There's a lot more units for Samwise suddenly. Oh, and this... Oh, this could be a really good fight for Samwise. I think he's got a really good position. Yeah, he can even snipe the crow.
Yeah.
The crow is right next to the hammers, and it's gonna just go down so fast.
Look at those medium hammers swing away on that crow there.
Yeah, and more cav coming in for kynesie though. But there's just a bunch of units left for Samwise there. But I don't know. I feel like it should have been better for Sam maybe, but he's got all the redcoats alive, and they are really good right now. There's nothing to kill Samwise redcoats just now, so he's gonna take that fight quite convincingly, just enough to be quite ahead in this mirror.
Yeah, Minman is called for kynesie, but just really late. I don't know if he didn't have the resources earlier, but I feel like a lot of players do that. Like there'll be like this one decisive fight where like, you know, game deciding fight, and then they'll always like call Minutemen like too late. They'll recognize like too late. They're like, oh shoot, like this is the game. Like I need to call Minutemen, and that kind of seemed like what happened here.
Yeah, sometimes you know you're gonna fight and you want to call Minutemen, you don't have the resources for it, and then you're like kind of too busy fighting and you don't like call them or something. But yeah, for sure it's a mistake. Don't think it would have been enough to swing the fight though. But just quite a nice positioning, for Samwise in that fight. And now he's just got cav. Even the step riders will tank, while Samwise gets some volleys with his skirms, and kynesie is just gonna be shooting at the step riders. They're gonna tank some volleys. You can see now some skirms going down for kynesie. So you know, always feels good to trade useless step riders for actual skirms. And now Samwise got the skirm advantage as well. Even territorial army combat, so his skirms are even stronger. So it does look like kynesie doesn't have a way to win this game. I mean, he's just out of food as well. He's got 8 boats and food, and that's it. 3 boats and food, actually. Why does he have his boats on weight? But yeah, just can't really gather resources.
Yeah, Samwise did a good job taking the map control this game, and then slowly over time mixing in those market upgrades while being on like hunts and gold and yeah, just gathering a lot more efficiently than kynesie.
Yeah, I think the dock is just not good in the mirror. It can work if your opponent plays passive, but Samwise identified it quite nicely, and he just punished it. Like getting map control, getting the TP line. Even if he didn't go for stagecoach, he definitely have more shipment than kynesie there. So yeah, just the dock cheese kind of just not paying off.
Yeah, it was a bit greedy. Wow, what the? Wait, T, are you looking at the island? I just noticed these. Are you still in the game?
The 2 docks, you mean?
Yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
I missed those from earlier.
I was kind of busy talking about some other stuff, but just as I was saying, he's out of food. He just dropped 2 docks because he was out of
Okay.
food. So he was like, okay, I'm gonna try to pump out some fishing boats and get some hunts. Well, I mean some fish. But yeah, just too late.
Yeah.
He just dropped them at the end. They didn't really matter.
Yeah. All right. Well, Samwise taking this one, keeping the series alive. Nice. Let's keep this series going. Get some more games for us.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, we're back out of this one and then get into game 4. All right, we're getting into game 4 here. Let's go ahead and spin the wheel for Samwise. Let's see what civs Samwise gets here in game number 4. Samwise getting the Portuguese civilization. And let's go ahead and spin the wheel for kynesie. Let's see what civ kynesie gets here in game number 4. Kynesie getting China once again.
What the hell? Oh man, oh yeah, but this is such a good matchup for China. Like this is really hard for Ports.
Yeah, Port.
Yeah, he's gonna instantly respin.
Yeah, alright, so Sam using his only respin. Kynesie already out of respin, so let's go to respin the wheel for Samwise and see what civs Samwise gets here. Drum roll indeed right here. Big spin for Sam. And Sam getting the Japan civilization. I would assume. All right, guys, we're getting
on the fan patch.
Yeah, fan patch. Yeah. Oh man, old school days.
Yeah, I wasn't around back then, but I heard
Japan was obscene at this point. Was like unbeatable.
Yeah, I think that's weird. There was a patch out, but yeah, I think that was around the days when like they were really strong on C and like the C was broken, but they didn't patch it. I don't know. I was actually playing around those days, like here and there.
I just know that they used also to play a lot on Siberia, which is the best map for Japan and RE, which also probably helped. And like something like the shrines probably gathered more, and maybe the ashes had like 25 attack, 25 or something. So yeah, well, anyway, Samwise, he's quite comfortable with Japan. Gonna drop a consulate straight away. China going for the TP, but going for the wrong TP. To be fair, we can't really blame him because this map can spawn in 2 different ways, so you can't really predict where you have to go for trading posts. So he's gonna completely miss the XP. This is probably the worst TP he could take, but yeah, it's just a bit unlucky for him because you can't really predict which TP you have to go for.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, I mean you're exactly right with everything you said there. You can't predict, but at the same time, yeah, it looks like that probably was the worst one he could have took.
Yeah.
So we're gonna slow down Kynesi's shipment progression a little bit here.
And
Just Samwise, I don't know what he's doing. Now he's gonna go in, but I think it was in line of sight of the TC.
Ooh, gonna have a treasure contention here. Oh, and Sam steals it.
Got it. Because yeah, that XP could have made up for missing the XP. Like, you know, kynesie missed the XP, but he would get 100 XP. But now it's even worse because Samwise got 100 XP. He's got his shipment on the way before China. Even though he doesn't have a TP, he still got his shipment before. So it's kind of like a really good start for Samwise already.
Yeah, definitely. Sam looking pretty good here in opening into game 4. It did throw down the consulate, so he's on port consulate, making those shrines cheaper. And he does have one shrine up. We do see... Oh, this is just a Jaguar treasure here. Can you see continue to move across the map here?
And something worth mentioning is that Samwise went away. He's pushing back. Okay, but he like went away to scout a bit just as Kynesie's disciple came in. And so kynesie did not see the Japanese explorer, and now he's gonna take it. So if Samwise did not poof away, he would have been able to just come back and still gain the treasure. But now, thankfully for kynesie, just poofed back to take a 70 wood himself. So kynesie is gonna be able to take that 100-foot treasure. But equally, Samwise getting 70 wood, which is a shrine. He can just gather 2 wood now and build another shrine because he's got Kami and Portuguese consulate.
Yeah, so we'll have to see how Samwise wants to open here. Is he going to go, like, you know, extremely heavy with the shrine booms? Is he going to try to get some semi-early ashes up, put on a little bit of aggression? And looking at the map here, I mean, yeah, there's quite a bit of back hunts here for kynesie. So, you know, China don't go through their hunts very quickly. So I think he'll have enough, like, pretty defensive resources to not really have to go out on the map for quite some time.
Yeah, he's actually got really good hunts.
Yeah.
2 back hunts and 1 on the left as well. And the 2 coin mines in base. So yeah, pretty good resources for China here. But then also keep in mind that this map is extremely large. I mean, the rush distance is not very long, but it's very wide. Like, you can shrine. And Samwise is going for it. I mean, he's shrining on the sides. Look where he's coming to shrine. Well, he might not shrine here just because China is there. Oh, well, actually, he's very smart, just pulling back and now gonna shrine now that China is away. So, you know, he's just getting these shrines on the corners of the map, and it's gonna be so hard for China to siege them down. This map is huge.
Yeah, that's a big thing that a lot of people don't really think about when they're playing against Japan or playing as Japan. The size of the map and the distance your opponent has to walk to siege one shrine and go from one shrine to the next shrine is actually really big for the Japan civilization.
Yeah, and how annoying it can be to get raided by ashes because they're faster and the map is so big. So like big maps are quite good for Japan, and also. Keep in mind, China doesn't have goons. You know, goons are a pretty mobile unit which can catch the raids quite nicely. And China just doesn't have that. Even their cav is kind of slow, so they're not so good at running around, basically. So maybe Japan could abuse the fact that the map is so big. Then again, China does have the villages, so it's quite hard to raid them. But still, a big map, pretty good for Japan, for sure. And so, to answer your question, yeah, it does look like Samwise is going pretty heavy on the shrines. He doesn't have a military building. He's just gonna go for the good old Kami boom.
Yep, Sam already up to 100 population here with the shrines. And we'll have to see if what kynesie does, if he's gonna go for like naked FF, or will he ship pikes early on, or ship step riders to try to, siege down some of these shrines. But we're seeing 700 gold as his first shipment, and yeah, like we've been saying, it's such a large map that it probably wouldn't be that viable or that good to ship units to siege down the shrine, since it is such a large map and the shrines are very spread out.
Right. Yeah. Well, you can ship units to push your opponent's base because it's not that far, but yeah, sieging shrines is not easy here. And I think Samwise is completely aware of that, so he's gonna completely shrine and.
most of his shrines are quite far on the sides of the map. He does have a couple, like these are maybe questionable shrines. Maybe he should just be less lazy and just try to scout more on the sides somewhere. There has to be hunts and he could shrine there instead of in the middle. But still, he's got a lot of shrines on the sides of the map, and it's gonna be a pain for China to siege these. And he does have a barracks. Okay, so maybe I guess we have some ashes in queue. Yeah, some ashes in queue for Samwise there. Don't know how much the ashes are gonna achieve. Oh, forward village for kynesie, and Samwise scouting the village.
Yeah, it's nice that Samwise was able to scout that immediately, but yeah, we're seeing kynesie gonna go really for that, death ball timing push, very quick aggression here with the forward village, which will allow them to ship units to that village and putting a barracks right behind it. So Sam's gonna know what's up. Ooh, and muskets are coming here, but
yeah, skirms age up is gonna be quite nice here for kynesie. He's gonna pop 8 skirms soon. Maybe one Vil will go down. I think one Vil is dead.
Yeah.
But Sam has to pull back. He doesn't know it, but yeah, that is an overcommit. That is not gonna be good. He's gonna try to get the most out of his ashes, just going into melee mode. But yeah, he basically traded 5 ashes for 1 Vil here, which is not good.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty big pickup there for kynesie, and that just helps his death ball push, that much more. More ashes being trained here for Sam. Sam is sneaking a stable here behind his TC, and skirmishers are moving on in here. Ooh, villager living with 15 health there. Nice little save.
Yeah. TC Fire also does pretty well against the arquebusiers. They're quite low HP, so they die in 2 shots.
And what do you think? Sam shipped 4 villagers and 4 villagers after 600 wood.
That is really greedy. I don't know that he needs 4 more vills. I think it's kind of really useless. I mean, I don't know what 4 vills do at this point. I think he really needed 600 gold for Nagis or a unit shipment or something.
Yeah, going really greedy with the villas here. He's going to have a lot of villagers pinned up in his side of TC, but here we go. Bats and Nagis are trained here.
Yeah, it may be just enough to sort of buy time and scare kynesie away, but kynesie is not gonna... what are you doing?
Yeah, control looks a bit off from Sam. Sam just kind of losing those muskets really for free there, and buying himself a little bit of time. kynesie is backing up here, which...
He's questionable.
Yeah, right. A little bit strange to back up here, but okay.
Yeah, he could have gotten the barracks down, and that would have been really good for him. But I guess he was afraid of a pop. Like, you never know. There could be, a batch from the consulate, because he is now on the Japanese consulate. So there could be like 5 clubs, 5 more Nagis or something. Minutemen, a unit shipment. Maybe he's a bit afraid, but now he's pulling back. He was just waiting for intervention, which does make sense. But now 5 ashes popping. But where are...
Yeah, it's just this off. The clubs are out of position. More Nagis are popping. The clubs are not in the fight, though. And I feel like Sam maybe needs to pull vills here if he's going to take this fight. This just looks off for Sam here. The club's not in the action. Minutemen being called.
I think he's lost the game because he doesn't use his clubs. If they were fighting the meteor hammers, oh well, they're getting a good catch now, but 30 units to none, and China is at 3. The eco really doesn't matter at this point, and I don't know what Japan does from here, and I think it's gonna be 3-1. I don't see what Samwise does here.
Yeah,
he's gonna get right-clicked. Like kynesie can literally right-click the TC, and there's nothing Sam can do about it.
Yeah, not the best controller from Samwise, unfortunately. Forgetting about those 5 clubs was just massive, and honestly, I think you kind of needed to Vil pull there. You put someone of Vils in the fight. Here's Ashley shipment along with 3 Nagis.
Yeah, they're popping in a good position and doing a lot of work, but I guess with the Vils, if you can migrate really now, and I don't know, there's more 11 Qingdaos now coming, so Yeah, I think it came down to like wasting 5 ashes at the village, and then not using the 5 clubs, and also wasting more units at his barracks with the nagis and the ashes there. If he didn't waste all that, I think he could have cleaned this up, and he would be he would have probably won. But now sending more nagis to die. Yeah.
Yeah, Sam now pulling the villagers, but yeah, it just looks like everything was a little bit off for Sam here. And yeah, I think kynesie is going to take this one. Wow. So Sam taps out.
Yeah, pretty good build by kynesie. I mean, there's several ways to play it, I think, but going for the aggressive FF definitely works. It's a pretty good play by kynesie. A bit sloppy by Samwise the whole series, basically. I mean, just the one that China mirror, I think Samwise didn't make any big mistake, and so he won it. But he kind of played sloppy in the other games, and including this last game here, I think. Not the best day for Samwise.
Yeah, Sam looking a little bit off, so kynesie pulling pretty surprising 3-1 here. I mean, pretty even players, but I think everybody would have maybe expected Sam to win or it to be at least a little bit closer. But yeah, kynesie moving on to the semifinals.
Yeah, we kind of expected kynesie to just get like a civ that he can't play and just lose because he can't play a lot of civs, right? So the format of your tournament is not so good for kynesie. So I really didn't expect him to win, but yeah, he played quite well, and like we said, Samwise just not on top of his game today. So yeah, well played by kynesie. Semifinals indeed, against Maito or Maito is in semi already. Okay, interesting.
All right, so that's gonna be it for this series. I'm gonna throw this one up on YouTube. So if you guys are watching this on YouTube, sub on YouTube. Make sure you guys check out my Twitch channel. That's gonna be it for this one, and see you guys in the next one.